Ross from the City of Coquitlam, how are you?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Good. You're a lifelong Tri-City resident.
That is correct. 36 years and counting.
Wow, good for you. I noticed that there's a lot of people that live in the Tri-Cities that don't want to leave the Tri-Cities.
Well, that's just the way it is. It's a great city to live in. We have everything that we need. Mountains, water, everything we need.
Yeah, we do. And we have one of the best parties in like the world happening on Canada Day, don't we?
Absolutely. One of the top in Metro Vancouver of between Vancouver, Lang, Surrey, and ourselves.
Yeah, and it's a big thing. It takes a lot of time and effort to put something like this together, doesn't it?
Absolutely. We pretty much plan year round to make sure that we're ready to provide a party for all the residents of Coquitlam.
Yeah, and the people coming in, of course, because we love those tourists. They spend their money. Now, you've been up since like 2 a.m. working on stuff for this.
Absolutely. Well, 2 a.m. because I'm thinking about what's going on today. So
yeah. Oh, don't worry about that. That is easy. Now being like this big party, you can't do it without volunteers, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we look for typically about 150 volunteers to participate on Canada Day itself.
Yeah, and there's everything there because, of course, there's the staff who help get things rolling, but then there's people in charge of different areas. What are you looking for volunteers?
Well, some of the areas that we look for, we're looking for people helping out with activities that are going on. So some of the face painting areas, arts activities. So looking for volunteers for that. Event setup and takedown. It's a big piece of making sure the event runs smoothly and the park looks great at the end of it. We have some fun positions with our volunteer mascots. So we have a salmon that's going to be on site that we look for some people who are excited to get in there and really put on a costume and make it work.
That would be fun. Now you don't need any volunteer photographers because Mayor Richard Stewart will take care of all the picture taking, right?
Absolutely. He is on site and he will have enough for everybody.
Now this is interesting. It says you need parking attendants, logistic volunteers, the Green Village Salmon mascot, the food and hospitality volunteers, the event teardown, like you said, and the Arts Village and Green Village. Now, if I want to volunteer and I want to work in the food, or if I want to work in, let's say, parking, will you train me, or do I have to come with all the experience?
Oh, absolutely. We provide on-site training as well as some training beforehand for anybody who wants to volunteer at the event. So on the day of, we will run through the whole site, run through what the responsibilities are, provide breaks, have staff working with the volunteers so that it's not just thrown into a position and expected to do everything yourself.
That is great. And how long is the average volunteer shift?
The volunteer shifts, we try and keep them to 4 hours. We do have a lot of volunteers who enjoy staying and will be on for an 8-hour shift. But our shifts run 4 hours.
So that's great because you can go down there, do your volunteer shift, and you can take part in the festivities. And even if you're a volunteer, you can sort of watch the fireworks and the music as long as you're not, neglecting your job, right?
Absolutely. Well, we've worked all of our shifts around the fireworks. So all the volunteers, even though that they are taking the time out and being involved in the event, we want to make sure that they're able to see the fireworks at the end as well.
And this is exciting this year because this is the first year we're going to be in the brand new plaza.
Absolutely, it's looking great. We're excited to be able to really run the event and transition smoothly into the fireworks right afterwards.
Excellent. So, what is the age start? Like, how old do you have to be to start volunteering?
Minimum age to volunteer in Coquitlam is 13 years old.
Wow,
so
that's
we
great.
take on anybody who wants to come out and enjoy.
And this is something important, okay? So for those of you, just on a sidetrack here, for those of you going to these events and you see whether it be a 13-year-old or a 130-year-old person, you be nice to these people. They're volunteering their time. And, we've got pretty good people here, right? So
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? We one of the things that we really push and stress with our volunteers is that they're a part of that team. Yeah. We treat them the same as we treat our staff. And we expect that from everybody who comes out to our events as well.
And that's the way it should be. The general public, they go there, they treat these kids and the older people with the respect. Now, if I want to get involved, what do I do?
Well, there's the first step. We have a process of we have some paperwork that needs to be filled out. That's all viewable online at coquitlam.ca/volunteers. We need a police check and then an orientation and interview.
Nice. And the police check is absolutely free?
Absolutely free.
Good. And I guess one of the big things here is the fact that if you volunteer, and it might lead you in the direction of a career.
Absolutely. I mean, the skills and knowledge that you get as a volunteer is transferable into whether you're looking at rec positions, moving forward in your own business career. we provide that training knowledge and gives you experience moving forward.
Excellent. So now I understand you've got an orientation session at Pine Tree Center this Wednesday.
That's correct. From 6 till 8 p.m. at Pine Tree Community Center, we'll be doing our Canada Day orientation. So for those who want to get involved, we can do a modified portion to get you involved quicker.
Excellent. So you can volunteer this year and then sign up for volunteering next year as well. Now, I guess you can volunteer like 24/7, 365 days a year in Coquitlam, can't you?
Absolutely. We run programs throughout the summer and throughout the rest of the year as well. So, it's all dependent on what your commitment is, what your schedule looks like. But we do offer programs, through sports programs, kids activities, and special events throughout the entire year.
Excellent. Did we cover it all, Ross?
Well, I just wanted to make sure we hit on the 125 as well.
Yes.
We're also doing a number of events this year celebrating Coquitlam's 125th anniversary. So we will be doing a number of events that we're looking for further volunteers on that as well.
Excellent. Yeah, because that's going to be fun because we got neighborhood nights Thursday night up at Westwood Plateau, and then they're happening every Thursday throughout the summer. So
every Thursday, yeah. Absolutely.
Perfect. Ross is a lifelong Coquitlam resident, and he is the Community Service Coordinator for the City of Coquitlam. Thank you once again, Ross, for being here.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you having me.
We'll see you on Canada Day.
Absolutely.
That's hard. Can you say Canada Day, or do you sort of mumble through it like me?
Well, you say it as quick as you can and then try and spell it's even worse.
No, there's too many A's and D's in there. Thanks, Ross.
Thank you.
If you're planning on buying or selling a property...